Today we are going to be reviewing the Japanese Medium Tank Type 97 Chiha. The size will be 135. So this is the tank that I built. In about 2 months I did the painting and weathering, but not to the wheels. This is my first ever tank, my second tank. My first tank was this Israel tank, really big, same size, but this was for practice only, so I only did the weathering for this. So back to the Japanese medium tank. This is how it is, and it comes with 2 dolls: Scouting Captain and No Lower Half Man. So the No Lower Half Man goes in here, which can pop open. He goes in here and he can like pop out his little head from the tank, like so, and you're able to like put this in the gap right here, but mine is like a little loose and won't fit in. And this guy goes on top of here. You can snap that open and take this supporter off, and we can add him into the tank like so. So he's scouting. But it would be weird that there was a lid, but now there's not a lid. So there's a second piece, that a version where the lid is open, like so. And this is more sturdier than this part of the tank. You can pop it down here, keeps itself up, and looks very cool. So I live in Japan, so when I bought this, it was like 2,900 yen, maybe like $15, I guess, like so. And from the side it looks really cool, very nice. Oh, wheel came off. So one thing you'll have to know is that these tank wheels come off really easily. Like this, my Israel tank, as you can see, wheels come off instantly. But this one is like a little more secured on the wheels. And one thing to know about is these plastic models, secondhand, is cheap, like really cheap. My Israel tank, normal price, maybe like 3,000 yen. I got it for 1,300, which is below $10. So how they choose the price for plastic models are not what's in the inside or the box. If the box is good, well, it's fine. But if the box is bad, it sells for a cheap price. So that's the tank's features. And now we're going to talk about the equipment that I used. So this is my first tank, and I painted it for the first time. And these are the paint I used. For me, it's kind of a lot. So in my prefecture, or where I live, there's not much, plastic model shop. So this is all mini, but it's fine. And the most colors I used are this, and this. Wait, no. This is it. And this is this. So these colors were used to paint, well, most of the tank. As you can see, I used this color to paint the light brown. I used this deep green to paint this part, and I used Kirky, no, not Kirky. I used this one, brown, for this dark. And I didn't use much yellow, but since I have it right here, I'll show it to you. I used flat yellow. And gunmetal. And wait, metallic gray. Most tanks use these colors, or these two colors. So keep that in mind. And these are all acrylics, as you can see. Acrylics are like the base, the starter type, because acrylics, you can just wash it off, which is really easily. And of course, you can get something like this. These are animated. These are different from acrylics, so keep that in mind. And besides paint, I use these two for all the weathering. So most people buy like weathering kits that looks like makeup, personally, but I use these two to paint all the dirt. And I forgot to mention, so I have to take a knife for this. You can take off this part like so, and you can actually see the engine, which I just forgot about. And these tanks, guns move. That's a feature. These panel line accent colors are really like a lifesaver for me, since weathering kit take maybe $5 in Japan. I know it's, you know, cheaper here in Japan, but $5 for each one. I know. Yeah. Wait, these are 440 yen, so maybe $2, $3 for each one. And I used dark brown for most of the dirt color and black for the deep parts. So I want to show you now what these can do. I have to look for a part that's not, the color is not showing much. Okay, let's bring the Israel tank. Oh no, I can use the wheels. So this is a wheel that I didn't touch, as you can see. Really clean, nice and shabby. And this is a wheel that I ransacked with panel line accent colors. I think this is brown and a bit of black. Yep. And now I'm actually going to show you the difference. So before using these, shake them. Like, even the paints, shake them. And paint, it's kind of different. Like, you need to shake them, but you should like put a toothpick inside and mix it well as well. Let's take these black, and then we'll put it right here. It's like a liquid type, so it goes around really quickly, like so. You can put it in here. Yep. You can just smear it on there. And it dries really quickly. So if you don't want much dirt, you can take a tissue and dab it. So I just did this process a bunch of time, and I ended up with a clean tank, not a dirty tank, which I really like. Seems like it was used in war. Yep. And these are the paint brushes I used. 500 yen, 450 yen. So I would recommend getting these this like this one for like large surfaces, this one for small surface. Now this is like, I bought this to paint in the smaller parts, but if you want to paint a doll, as you can see, it's pretty big on there. So I recommend getting a smaller one, but you can just use this normally fine. And don't forget to get this if you want to make a plastic model of your own. Tamiya cement, like this is glue, simply just glue. This was like maybe 30 years ago, so there's like a scratch mark here. It dries really fast. This was scratch mark when I tried to open it forcefully because it dried over time. And that will conclude my review of Japanese Medium Tank Type 97 Chiha. Thank you for watching my first video actually, and see you in the next one.